Vladdy here in Houston, what would it take? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of The Lead. Your host, as always, Harley Dugan. Houston Astros. Let's get into it right now. They are buzzing right now, obviously. Next game is today against the New York Mets. They're coming off, I believe, 7-game winning streak now. I want to say 6-7 game winning streak. Sweeping the Baltimore Orioles, taking care of business with the Colorado Rockies. The Houston Astros got Ronel Blanco on the mound tonight at 6, playing the New York Mets. But that is not the topic of conversation. We're here to talk about what Michael Schwab tweeted out. Anybody knows Michael Schwab? You should know him. You follow him on Twitter. Great Houston Astros content. A guy that is in the know when it comes to some Astros news and rumors. He's had many former Houston Astros. He's interviewed many of them on his podcast when he used to do the podcast. I don't see him do it as much anymore in the past 2-3 years now. But when Michael Schwab tweets, people look. And Michael Schwab had tweeted something that was buzzing for the Houston Astros fan base. And the tweet was the Astros are interested in Vladimir Guerrero Jr. You know we have to talk about it. While you're at it, guys, go ahead and smash that like button. Easiest smash of your life. Go down in that comment section. Let me know, how do you feel about adding Vladimir Guerrero Jr.? How would you feel about the Astros grabbing Vladimir Guerrero Jr.? That would be absolutely crazy, right? It feels a little far-fetched. It feels like there isn't any sort of reality where this happens. But he did say that the Astros are interested in Vladimir Guerrero Jr., as should any team that are looking for a first baseman or just looking for a big bat in the lineup. Vladdy Jr., as we all know, son of Vladimir Guerrero from the Angels and Montreal Expos during his playing career. Vladdy Jr. is batting .289. Just last 7 games, he's crushing it. Almost a 400 batting average. Got .375, I want to say. Last 15 games, still crushing it. So his play is still elite. 11 home runs. I want to say it was like 30-something RBIs. Immediate big bat to this lineup if it happened. Him, Jordan, oh my goodness. That back-to-back is just absolutely scary right there. What would the Houston Astros have to give up? Will the Blue Jays, and they have to keep losing in order for you to get him. You know, they right now are 13.5 games back from the division, so the division's out the way. They're not coming back from that. They're looking at the wild card, and they're 6.5 games back from the wild card. The Astros are 3.5 games back from the wild card, by the way, 4.5 from the division. Let's get back to the topic, though. Vladdy here in Houston, what would it take? Again, the Blue Jays have to continue losing for this to happen. It's already been rumored that they are, looking at rebuilding this thing, looking at being sellers at the trade deadline. The Houston Astros got some pieces that they could manufacture for a trade to the Blue Jays for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Now, the biggest component here is that the Blue Jays front office has former Houston Astros GM James Click. Now, when you think of James Click, who do you think of immediately as somebody James Click would want on the Blue Jays? If you didn't say Jake Myers, you might as well say it right now. Jake Myers would be in this trade, in my opinion, 100%. That is somebody that James Click said that he is willing to get fired for, and that absolutely happened. He wanted Jake Myers to be the starter, and James Click put his job on the line for Jake Myers, and Jake Myers didn't perform very well last year. He has played a lot better this year. I'll say that. He's played a lot better. But losing Jake Myers doesn't do much for me. Overall, Chas McCormick isn't the greatest either at center field, but you also have Mauricio Dubon. You still have Kyle Tucker, who's going to be coming back hopefully soon. And you got Joey Loperfido, who's been just hitting the covering off the ball. So you got depth there at outfield, even without Jake Myers. You add him into this trade. You add, let's say, you're going to have to give up some prospects, and at least 2, I would say 3 players for Vladdy Guerrero Jr., who, by the way, is going to be with this team until 2026 when he is a free agent. So you got him for this year, the remaining of this year and next year as well. You give him Jake Myers. I'm willing to throw AJ Blueball. If anybody knows AJ Blueball, who has been absolutely amazing. He was pitcher of the month for the minors, for the Astros minor league team, and he has been fantastic. He threw 5, I believe, scoreless innings just the other night. Blueball is an amazing pitcher, lots of potential. I think that is somebody that the Blue Jays are definitely going to be looking at as one of the prospects. And then the third one is where I am stuck on. Do you give him Pedro Leon? You know, I don't want to give up Jacob Melton, but when it comes to Vladimir Guerrero Jr., there is a possibility of bringing him back. Even after 2026, you can re-sign and extend Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I would love for that to happen. I would love for him to be a Houston Astro. I would love to see what the lineup would look like with a Jose Altuve, Alex Bregman, Vladdy Jr., Yordan Alvarez, or flip Yordan and Vladdy. I have no problem. Either one, 3 or 4, and I'm ecstatic. The Houston Astros have avenues to make this trade happen. Will it happen? I'm a little unsure about it. As always, guys, go Astros, go Rockets, go Texans. You have a blessed day.